guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Joining us today are the incredible violinists, twins Meera and Jeeda. These talented musicians began their journey at the tender age of 5 and have since graced stages from small school events to the prestigious Dubai Opera. So excited to have you on the show. Welcome.
I'm so glad to be here.
Also, thank you so much for that kind of impromptu happy birthday for Farah. I know she really appreciated it.
Of course, it's our pleasure.
Hey guys, welcome back. How often would you get put on the spot for musical performances? Like, is it a thing at family events?
It really is a thing. Actually, we're always at family events and just randomly they're like, oh, like, can you play something for us and stuff like that. So yeah, we get put on the spot a lot.
Are you okay with that?
Well, yeah, most of the time. But when we were little, it used to be very nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
because we weren't used to it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But as we grew up, like, it became something nice. We like to share like our music with our family. And
so when we were little, like, we introed that you started playing at the age of 5. Can you remember your first memories with the violin?
I can remember my first performance. It was Twinkle Twinkle, and I was so nervous. I remember walking onto the stage, and I didn't know whether the chair was for me or not. And it was for the pianist.
Did you end up sitting on the chair?
Yeah, and then they were like, get up. You're performing right there.
And were you performing together at that point?
No, in the beginning, actually, we played separately because we used to take lessons separately. And I don't think we were like advanced enough to play together because obviously it's not easy to like harmonize together and play at the exact same time. But after we like reached a certain stage, we were able to like combine our music.
Was it a very musical house?
I mean, like, none of my parents play the instrument. Like, it was just something both of us really liked. So, we just grew up loving it. It wasn't a musical. We made it a musical house, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, interesting. I mentioned before the show, I played a little bit of violin. I played a little bit of piano. I played the accordion. But I was terrible at everything. And I think I got to the point of like 10, 12, and it slowly like flittered off. At what point did you guys kind of like, and did your parents maybe realize like, oh, these guys are really talented?
Honestly, I think it was a year into it. They saw that, like, we continued with, because a lot of our friends were doing piano and all that, but they never really continued.
Yeah.
And they saw that we kind of had the dedication. We were still only 5, but we had the dedication, so they kind of saw into the future.
But I think like the point where they started seeing like talent and commitment and like discipline with us is like maybe once we started like going, for example, to the orchestra, when we joined the NYO orchestra, and we'd commit every Saturday to going, and then events and all of that. And obviously it took up a lot of our time and we had to make a lot of sacrifices. So I think at that point our parents realized that like they're actually dedicated to this, you know?
When you look back at those sacrifices you made now, because I know parents watching will want their kids to pursue musical instruments, and when you look back as talented musicians with a great career behind you, and I'm sure lots to come, are you happy you made those sacrifices?
Definitely. I think it's
so
worth it.
Yeah, definitely
like,
worth it.
We're here and we're very happy to be here.
I think in the moment though, you kind of dread it, but then later on in life, you kind of see it as something that was so worth it.
Yeah, I think like when you're younger, like, I wish I could be out with my friends now rather than being here. But like, I'm very glad my parents were very supportive and they like let us commit to this, because now we're very grateful to be in this position. Yeah,
it's so true, because I know everyone who gave something up wishes, like, I wish I could speak another language, I wish I could play the piano, like, we're so jealous of you. But talk to me, you mentioned at the beginning those kind of first stage nerves.
Yes, first stage nerves. I think they started fluttering away at the age of 8, 9, because that was when we kind of started getting used to the performing. But it started getting easier when we started doing it together.
Really?
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. It's different being like 2 people on the stage and like rather than 1, and we find comfort in each other as well. So it's definitely easier.
You were
together.
less nervous than me.
I was always a bit less nervous and stuff like that. But we still bring out the best in each other, I think, and bring out the comfort as well.
That's so amazing. I actually wanted to bring up kind of like the twin energy, and if you had like a signal for each other in case anything is like, you know, like, do you have a tell that no one could see, but you know that something's going wrong or something's going right?
It's just an eye contact.
It's an eye thing, yeah. Like, we both get it. Like, we can't. I don't think I can even put it into words. It's really like a me and her thing. You know what I mean? Like, we can just tell, like, if I'm trying to tell her to do something like with my eyes, or if she's trying to talk to me and telling me to do something with her eyes again.
Do you think the talent was, you're obviously both super talented, do you think it was in you, or do you think it's something you really had to earn?
You kind of have to earn it. Like,
no
one's really born with a skill.
Yeah, but I do feel like No, I think like you develop talent. I don't think talent is something that you just are born with. I agree, actually. Yeah, you should practice, and we developed it definitely. Yeah.
And what about your twin style?
Twin style, like when we're performing.
Yeah, well, I wonder, as twins, do you think your style has evolved together? Because I know that you dress similar.
Yeah. But I don't think we're like our styles have developed together. What do you think? Like,
no, I think
we both have different styles of playing. We both have different preferences and pieces, and
but we always compromise and find a middle ground.
Like a middle ground. Yeah, sometimes we play pieces she likes, sometimes we play pieces I like. But yeah, that's what makes it nice. We have like more variety of music, you know.
I'm glad that you brought it into music, because I was talking about fashion.
Fashion.
But we have
I think similar fashion.
Similar style, I'd say. Yeah.
Our closet is literally the same. We just share the clothes.
Yeah, even like we don't like we like to wear the same because we have the same style. Obviously, sometimes maybe she'll want to wear something else, I want to wear something else. But in general, in fashion, I'd say we have similar style.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the here and now. So on Instagram, you've got about 25,000 followers, and your bio reads 2 Syrians living in Dubai. So when did you move here? Have you always lived here?
We've actually lived here all our lives. We were just born in Syria, and then we've lived here all our lives. And the UAE has given us actually a lot of opportunities here in Dubai, and we've been on like the Dubai Opera, many stages. We also in Expo we performed numerous amount of times. In the UAE Pavilion, we got honored by Sheikh Noor Al Kaabi.
Wow.
Yeah, and she gave us the label as dreamers because of all the things we were able to achieve in the past 10 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Can we talk a little bit about the musical education that you received and how you got to this point?
Yeah, so we both did the Trinity College of Music in London. We completed the diploma, the ATCL diploma, and so basically it's after every year you complete an exam, and it's actually really difficult to complete the diploma. It's a very difficult and nerve-wracking exam, but yeah, since we were maybe 6 years old, we started this program, and until now, like we completed it.
Yeah, we completed it.
Yeah,
something we're very proud of.
Yeah,
it's truly amazing. And do you think you could share maybe 3 tips or truths or motivations that led you to this point, that helped you go all the way, or 4?
Tips and tricks. I think stay dedicated, even when it gets really hard, even when you feel like you want to give up. You just have to kind of get through that phase.
Yeah,
and continue, because you're gonna thank yourself.
Yeah, like I said, since like there were obviously in the beginning a lot of sacrifices, and you'd always feel like, oh, like I'm missing out on this and that and that. But you need to. You really do need. Like obviously, if you want to be successful, you have to make sacrifices. You know. But yeah, I think that's one tip. What else? Practice. Obviously, practice makes perfect. Definitely, you need to
find your style. I think
find your style is a good one too. Yeah, and not everyone's good at everything. Like we were talking about earlier, like you don't necessarily need to be good at classical to be good at the violin. You know, maybe you're better at playing pop music, jazz. Find your style. That's how you know, like find yourself.
Find your niche. I like that. And was there ever a moment where one of you had to pick the other up and go like, come on, like we're in this?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's always you.
I think maybe I'm just a bit like
she takes
I tend to take the lead usually between us. Yeah. So whenever she gets a little lazy, maybe I'll pull her up and I'll push her to come and practice with me.
That is true.
I love sister energy so much. I see you guys, my sister's in London, I miss her so much, and I just see you guys interacting. Like you can get away with saying lazy, right? Like
we might fight after this, but I mean for now.
But it's like you always get over it.
Definitely.
Sister energy, it's so nice. You mentioned Dubai Opera, you mentioned Expo.
Yeah.
For you both, individually, like what has been peak for you? What has been like we've made it, like this is an amazing performance event?
I mean, I think the Expo, like being honored in the UAE Pavilion before the actual opening of the Expo was very like rewarding for us.
You feel very recognized.
Yeah.
Very, very recognized.
And like the label of the Dreamers, it's really like, I feel like it represents us a lot. We had a big dream and we were able to achieve it. So I think that was like the peak moment where it's like,
definitely.
Oh, like this is it. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'd say. And obviously performing in the Dubai Opera, that's a big deal to us. It was a very nice thing. Yeah.
So sitting here now, we are going to have a little performance very shortly. But before we get there, what are your goals for the future? Kind of what is the big dream as the dreamers?
I think me and Jeeda both, we'd like to maybe one day hopefully compose a piece together. We'd like to just make everyone happy with our music. With everyone
spread the joy.
Spread the joy. Spread the joy. Yes.
What a great purpose. That's so beautiful, really. Thank you for spreading the joy with the happy birthday performance for Farah. But now we're going to do something that you had prepared. So guys, how exciting. We're going to have Meera and Jeeda perform live on the Lovin Dubai show. Take it away. It's just me, but people in the background and people online are definitely clapping. That was absolutely amazing, girls. Thank you so much. What a fun tune to kick off the morning for everyone watching. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. And if anyone wants to follow you, if they want to get in touch, if they'd like to know more about you, how can they do so?
On our Instagram, on Meera Jeeda, at Meera Jeeda on Instagram. Yes.
And we'll certainly tag you in the post after this.
How
great. What a great start to the day, guys. That brings us to the end of the show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.